I don't know about you, but I'm fed up of my garden feeling like a second job. I want to get back to the point where it's enjoyable and I can just potter and do things. At the moment, it is a constant challenge of what needs to be done. I want to be able to take a break and not feel as if I'm behind. Hi there, it's the 2026 season. It is early spring and things are starting to grow. And I have to tell you that this year I am not going to let the garden get the better of me. I am determined to make changes so it is easier to manage and basically reduces the amount of work I need to do for the same results. And to do that, I have initially 3 main changes I'm going to make to the way I garden. Some of them are more long-term rather than short-term, but nevertheless, I think they will really help me get this overwhelming garden under control. The first is I'm going to embrace moon gardening a bit more. Not because that I believe that the moon is going to impact how the plants grow or don't grow. It may well be the case, but there's certainly not enough scientific evidence that suggests that is true. However, it does mean that I can focus on a weekly basis on what to do. So when it is supposed to be a good week for, let's say, annuals, then I can focus on those about growing them and making whatever changes I need to do to improve their health, I can do in that week and forget about everything else. If there's an opportunity to do something else, then fair dues, I will do that. But if it's not the week for it, I won't be doing it. And the key is that I can segregate my weeding to 1 week a month. If I can get all the weeding done once a month, and if the moon helps reduce the amount of growth that the weeds have, then happy days. But just allowing me to focus on one thing at a time, I think for my own mental capacity, it means that I can get the enjoyment back rather than just looking around and seeing everything that needs doing. I can focus on one thing and get on with it. The next thing I am going to try and do is improve my soil health. There are many things you can do to improve soil health, but I'm really going to be just focusing on how I use my compost and how I mulch. Last autumn, I didn't spread compost on all of the beds like I normally would. I am going to just use it in spring when I'm planting. The theory being that the nutrition will then be delivered to the new plant growth as and when it's required, rather than sitting there over winter, perhaps depleting. So I'm not going to be using the compost as a mulch, I'm going to be using it as a growing aid, which then means to make sure that my soil is covered, it's kept covered. Again, one of the key strategies in improving soil health is to keep your soil covered. Then I need to maintain a mulch. And I will be achieving that by doing a process called chop and drop. So in autumn, I cut down, or actually I'm still in the process of, and now we're in spring, cutting down all of the debris and laying that on the ground to cover the soil. That will then slowly decompose down into the soil, and that will create a cover for the soil and a living compost for it to use to improve the health. The thinking of this is that I don't need to farrow loads of compost all around the garden. I am creating it in situ. I am only using it when it's needed, so the demand is less. And if the soil is healthy, which is the main aim, that's the real reason why I'm doing this, if the soil is healthy, then it should be able to grow healthy plants, which then are able to fight off pests and diseases better. And equally, weeds should be less evident. That is my focus. I am going to be trying to improve the soil health so that there is better water retention, less weeds, and improved plant growth because of all of the good things that good soil brings into it. More of that in another video, I think. And finally, the third process that I'm trying to simplify is my compost heap. I hate turning compost. I dread doing it every year. And I was doing it maybe once or twice a year. So not massively, but I just used to dread it and put it off and put it off. And then I remembered that the best compost that I ever had was made from a pile that I never did anything with. I have no idea that what went into it. Probably it was predominantly grass clippings. And yet, after about 2 or 3 years, when I came to use it, it was really good quality compost. So that is my plan going forward. I am going to forget about turning compost. I am just going to create a pile, put in whatever I want, and then leave it for 1 or 2 years and hope for the best that by that point the compost has done its own magic without me having to touch it altogether. What that does mean is that I may have to have more space for the compost. However, if I'm using less compost as part of my soil health strategy and I am using the chop and drop method to self-compost, create the compost in situ, then hopefully my piles will be smaller. And so we shall see. That one is definitely a work in progress, and probably because I won't see the results for 2 years, that is a long-term goal. But if it means I don't have to be thinking about turning compost, then that is fantastic. So they are my 3 tactics that I am going to employ this year to try and simplify my gardening. The results being ultimately less weeding. That is the ultimate goal. I want not necessarily weed-free, I don't think that's realistic, but I have a lot of beds and they take a lot of time to weed. It's like the Forth Bridge. I finish going through once and then I have to start again. So I want something that is a bit more long-term. Stick with me for the year and see whether it makes a difference. In the following videos, I will be covering more ideas on how to simplify and make your gardening life easier. Because let's face it, I enjoy being out in the garden, but I would like to relax in the garden as well as work. I don't want it to be a second full-time job. I want to do it when the weather's nice and when I feel like it, not be beholden to it every single spare minute that I have. And that's what it feels like at the moment. It just seems like a constant stream of work to do. So I am employing many tactics this year to try and simplify it. But my first 3 experiments are about soil health, improve the basic structure, moon gardening to just be able to focus rather than trying to do everything, and simplifying the compost process just so I've got one less job to do, really. And then from then on, it's all about plant choice. So have a look at the next video and see whether that comes up with any more tips that will help you make your gardening life easier. Until then, happy gardening.